Котичок, я в ефірі. And hello everyone. Hello, thank you for joining us. As always, every Sunday we're doing live stream for you on the YouTube. And right now, we restore our access to the TikTok, so we are live on the TikTok and on the Instagram. So no matter where you're following us, all links you're gonna find in description or in bio of every social media. And we will really appreciate if you're gonna subscribe, if you're gonna follow, if you're gonna press likes, if you're gonna write comments, if you're gonna repost, shares, whatever you're doing, you're helping us to improve ourselves, to make better content, to give you more information, to show you what our system's showing to us. So first thing first, let's go back slightly in time and let's remember that I was telling to people that, guys, I'm opening long position on 4th of July. And there is a lot of bunch of videos where I'm telling to people 4th of July, 14th of July, and 25th of July. Yes, I was expecting that until the end of July, Bitcoin will be way lower. But when I'm trying to guess the price, and probably from that day, from that live stream, that's gonna be the first time when I'm not gonna tell you where the price will be. Probably from that date, I'm gonna tell you where the price definitely not gonna be. Yes, I'm gonna go from the opposite. So you will understand that, okay, I can put my stop loss there, or I can put the limit order when the price will be closer to that price. But I'm definitely gonna try to tell you where the price not gonna be. So when I'm expecting that the price will be lower, for example, as it was in April, I was expecting 72,000, we dropped to 74,000. I'm still telling you the dates when to buying, when to sell. That's not financial advice. Zero financial advice, zero empathy to your position. I'm not asking about your position, about what you're buying, what you're selling, what you're interesting to buy, what you're holding, what you're investing. I'm just telling you, hey guys, that's the system. That's how its system works. And that's what system says to me, like, here you can buy, here you can sell. And most of all, as I said to you on the previous live stream, that live stream will be the last live stream when I'm explaining you how this system works, what I see, because I'm slightly tired of wasting 2-3 hours every week of giving bunch and tons of messages and live streams per week for the private group, etc., and trying to like, hey guys. No. From now on, from that date and until the end of my public talking career, I'm gonna talk only about the analysis and what I see, what the system shows to me. So we will save your time and we will save my time. I think that the last year was pretty good year when I explained you my strategy, my risk management, what I'm doing, what I'm seeing, etc. Right now, I want to improve myself, and I'm trying to, thank you very much. I'm trying to open way less trades. I'm trying to hold them longer, and as far as I think, in the next couple of months, we will all have opportunities for one more entry. Maybe there's going to be 2 entries. We're going to discuss it today. And of course, we're going to have opportunity to sell. And there's a lot of people who's asking me in the comments in Instagram, TikTok. There's a lot of people with special needs, and thank God that you are showing to us how we not want to live. But still, that's the person, and that person has opinion, that person asking me. But most of the time people asking, hey dude, why you said that you are selling? Why you said that you are selling if before that you said that you are buying? Why you bought in April and March deep, like the huge deep, and then you said to us 4th, 14th and 25th, and you are selling here? And I explained to that person in Instagram that if you have $10 and the asset costs $1, you buying 10 coins for $10 at the price $1. And you know, for example, you think, as too many people telling to me, you're just trying to guess. That's good if I'm trying to guess all the time exactly the same date. But let's say when somebody trying to guess that the price of that asset will be at the bottom on that date, so you buying for $1 10 coins, and you guessing that that's going to be the top of that asset, so it means that the price will go to the correction. No matter what words I'm using, crash, deep, buy the bottom, whatever. It means that, for example, for easy calculating in my brains, in my head, the price for next 2 days, 10 days, months, giving you 50% profit. So it means that the same 10 assets which you bought for $10 right now cost $15. So you are plus 50% profit. If I understand if this system guessing and showing that, hey, I guess that the price will turn around and go to the correction until that date, that means that I can fix my 50% profit, or I can fix everything. For example, I put $10, I'm fixing $15, and when the price will be at the bottom, as it was from, by the way, if you're watching on the Instagram or on the TikTok, you can go find the link in bio and you will see the screen, you will see all live stream on the YouTube. So I'm gonna turn on the display, and here it is. The video was dropped. Okay, so this is the restored channel, thank you very much. And we need to find the new one. This is the new one, and in every social media, in Telegram, in YouTube, whatever, I posted this video. So here it's 16,000, on Instagram it's probably 50, 60,000, but here I'm telling to people, hey guys, I'm selling, I'm telling to my girlfriend, and here is, I sold everything that I bought from March till April, everything, and I'm selling everything that I was trying and buying for the last 2 months. So the same was in Instagram, the same absolutely. Here's this page. Let's see. The same video, and it has how many views? How can I understand how many views it has? So this video has 54,000 views, and the same we can find on YouTube Shorts, whatever, in Telegram, whatever. So I told to people, guys, that's what I'm doing. You can do the same if you want. You can skip, or you can write any comments like, hey, I'm gonna do just the opposite. Or there was the guy who said like, hey, guys, remind me to take a look at this guy and to see how wrong he was when he was doing that kind of things. And right now I'm gonna go to the chart. And if we're gonna open, for example, that video was posted on 21st, so it means that that was somewhere here. The price of the Bitcoin go down, not so bad, like 5%, but still we hit that white line, so I can delete line on 115, but that zone is still active. Even if we reach that zone is still active, and I'm gonna leave one more zone, which is gonna be here. So we reach 115 from the date when I said that I'm fixing, and 5% on the Bitcoin, but the dominance are high. It gives, for example, on the Ethereum, let's try to just try. It gives 9% movement. On the Ripple, it gives 20%, 19%. Let's say Solana, yeah, for example, Solana. 14, almost 15%. Let's say Ton. 15%, almost 16%. Let's say DOT. It gave 17%, and if I'm gonna go almost with every asset, where is that? I think maybe that's gonna be here. Not here. Where is there a beat room? I'm trying. Give me a second, please. I'm trying to find. Okay, don't worry about like other assets. You can check all this information on TradingView or on your platform or in your portfolio. So like basically almost every asset give us correction on 15-20%. There was some asset that give us 40%. There was some asset that give us like even profit. And the most of the time that the asset which you don't holding. But I'm not trying to argue with people. I'm not trying to convince you that, hey, there is the guy from Dubai, or maybe probably he was visiting Dubai once in his life. He made a photo, he put it on his cover, avatar picture, and he's texting me, show me the live trading, show me the live trading. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Every live stream I'm telling, I'm opening this position, I'm opening that position, I'm showing you the P&Ls, I'm showing you the USDT profit, I'm showing you withdrawals. But as I said, July, this is the end. I'm tired of proving you something. I'm trying of convincing you. I'm tired, not tried. I'm tired of showing you, hey, this is the conversation. I know that it works for people and they start to feel FOMO, greedy, fear, whatever. What's gonna be if that guy will be right next time? What's gonna happen? Guys, can you give me 1 second? I don't like how bright is this. So I need to put the light a little bit less powerful. Give me a second, please. That's good. And that will be like that. I'm alone here, nobody helping me, so I'm asking you for forgiveness. Oh, that's the way better. And I don't really like the green light of my face, but that's fine, that's fine. It's not so bright right now. So if we're gonna take a look on that asset, for example, I was trying to explain people why I'm doing daily trading, why I'm sometimes opening 10, 15, 20, 30%, 30 trades, assets, positions, etc, etc, etc. Why I'm trading the 4-hour time frame. And as I said at the beginning of this live stream, probably from maybe today, tomorrow, or from the beginning of August. Remember the dates, beginning of August, we're gonna discuss that. I will probably go to the higher time frame, but if I'm gonna take a look on this, on the higher time frame, on the daily time frame, that line showing us buy here, sell here. I'm not gonna right now, forget about the algorithm, forget about the indicators. I'm just trying to show you, which I was showing yesterday in the private group. That one, this is the only one movement which we have. For example, you bought on the 4th, on 14, where is that? 14, 14, 14, here it is. One more bottom, 14, and you sold here. One movement which gave you 58%. If you are doing trading with the help of the algorithm, for example, it shows buy here, sell here. So you bought here. Let me do that. And right now I'm gonna add here and here. Okay, here it is. Here. And I'm gonna delete that one. I'm just trying to find the best layout for me. But so if we have by the turnaround, buy here, for example, buy here, buy here, buy here, here, then you can buy here and here. So you buy in the dips and you're trying to trade as the forecast showing you. The forecast was showing that we are going up. So it means that here we're trading only long position. Of course, you can trade short position. Of course, you can trade short position most of the time when you see that we have green color, only long position, we have red color, only short position, we have green color, again, only long position. But when you trade in by color, it means that you need to go on the lower time frame, on the 15 minutes. But let's stay here, let's trade only this thing. The forecast showing us going up, and we are trading every turnaround from the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top. So we are buying here, we are selling here. Sold, 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 once again, once again, once again, and let's say like here right now once again. So if I'm gonna go back to the chart and only to the chart, and please, if you want, you can open the calculator or just remember, because I know that the previous line which I showed to you, if you bought here and you sold here on the higher time frame, you get 58% of profit. But if you're doing all these trades, and we are not talking about the short position, only in long, for example, on the spot, you have first movement 34%. The second movement gives you 13%, so it's like 47% for 2 trades. Then you adding 17 more percent, and right now it's 64%. So while somebody waiting for only one movement, using this system, I already did, and we're talking about the best, like the best profit. Let's, after that, divided all these numbers, like 58, we're gonna divide on 2, and right now it's 74 plus 16, it's 90, and plus 14, it's 104%. So if you're doing higher time frame, for example, you're receiving 58%. 58%, that's weighted enough, especially if we're talking about 2 weeks or weekly profit, it's weighted enough. If you're trading 4-hour time frame and you're trading every turning around point, you're receiving way more. If you're gonna go, as I was trying to show to you, I'm gonna delete all these other lines, and I'm gonna explain you how to trade the color of the filter. And let's forget the forecast. You don't have forecast. Let's say like we have only this. So from here, we're trading the 4-hour time frame, yes? But the color green starts here. And as far as I notice, when I'm gonna go on the 15 minutes time frame, you're gonna see the borders of the 4-hour time frame. So here we have, let's say 4-hour. This is the 4-hour and this is the 4-hour. Yeah, fair enough. The green color means that inside of that movement, we should trade only long position. But here, my friends, here we have one more red color. So it means that inside of that movement, we can find the short position. And then once again, long position, and from here, short position. So it means that from here till here, long, short, and then like again, while the color are changing. So if you're gonna go on the 15 minutes time frame, I'm telling you that the bottom, like the same bottom turning around on the 15 minutes time frame, for example, I'm gonna go back in time here, and you will understand what I'm telling to you. You see that this line approaching the middle of the channel. So when the line will cross the middle of the channel, the color will be changed. So you see that, like maybe the next candle, maybe 2 candles after that, the line are approaching. So it means that from here, you see, unfortunately, when I'm pressing the reply button, it's closing the previous candle. It's totally closing it. So it doesn't mean that you see how the candle are appearing, how it like growing, going down, etc. So it means that if I'm gonna go here in that timing on the lower time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, take a look at this. I'm going in the 15 minutes time frame, and here is that 4-hour crossing. So it means that that line where the 4-hour time frame changed the color, from here I can start opening long position. So it means that that line is the 4-hour time frame. Take a look at this, where the 4-hour time frame switched the color. You see, like that line. I cannot put that line here. You see, I cannot. It doesn't allow me, because that's how it works. It doesn't allow me to put it at the middle. So it means that the previous, before we're gonna reach the middle and the color will be changed, you can open long position from the previous line. So I'm gonna delete that one, and the same as you remembered, the same. If we have, where is that? Oh, here it is. If we have that line here, you see that line here, the next one. So if we are opening long the previous one, if we are closing long the next one. So it means that this is the 4-hour time frame. Take a look at this. This is where the 4-hour changing the color. But on 15 minutes, the next, where are we? Here. The next turnaround. So this one. And right now, let's take a look. We open in long position and we close in short positions. So that's going to be easier for us. Open, close, open, close. Opened, closed. Opened, closed. Oh my God, this is gonna be so long. But as far as that, the last one, I think that that's gonna be fair enough to show you how I'm doing that. And why I'm doing such a huge amount of trades. For example, you can buy on every divergence, you can sell every turnaround, but let's skip the short position. Let's not be so greedy. Let's skip everything. We are opening only long position. So how many long position do we have here? And I need to put the closing of these long positions on the top of the chart or in every turning around point. Yeah, a little bit here, here, and the last one will be here. So let's go back to the chart and let's count the position. So we're opening long position here, we're closing this when that line are turning around, and especially if we have the divergence. So the first position gave us movement. The second position, small, but still turning around. Second position, we're not opening short position. Then we're opening that position. And that gonna be closed here, but before we buying. For example, we opening long position at the top. Let's say at the top of the candle. Let's say that we are buying here and we are scaling our position here. So it means that our average price will be here. How I'm dealing with the losses. So that guy showed me that buy here, sell here, yeah? If I bought here at the top and I'm selling here, it's minus 0.28%. Even for the scalping, that's not the profit. But if I bought here and I bought here when the divergence appear, my average price will be here. So it means that I'm gonna close my position in the small profit, but still it's profit. But let's count this position in the zero. Let's say we have one position in profit, second small position in profit. That position are going to the zero. Let's not count this. We're not selling here. We're not opening short position. We're opening one more long position when we are turning around. Third position, we're opening one more position. Fourth position, we're opening one more position. Let's say at the top, yeah? We're buying here, then we're buying here. The average price will be something like here. And we're closing this position here. So it means that, for example, we put 1% here, 1% here. We have the 2% position, which give us 3% profit. 6% profit to the deposit. I think that's really good trade. So this is the 6th position. We're not opening short. 7th position, we're not opening short. Let's say we're not gonna count this position as 8, okay? We're just gonna count one position one more time. We're not buying, selling. We bought here, we bought here. So double position, but we're counting it as 8, only one position. That's 9. We bought here, we bought here, we sell here. Let's say 0. So we have 2 zeros and 9 profit. We bought here, 10 position. We bought here, and we have only one selling. So we have 11 position and 2 zero profit. It doesn't mean that there is not gonna be the losses, because as far as people in the private group or in the other group knows, I'm not sitting all day and looking like, oh, buy. No, I'm trying to trade only 4-hour time frames. And sometimes I'm putting myself in the weekly trade, in the monthly trade, etc. But when I said that here, you see that lines on the 4-hour time frame, that's where the color was changed slightly. Unfortunately, I cannot put that line here. You see, like it doesn't allow me to put that on the higher time frame. But inside of that movement, where is that? We can try to catch short position. So it means on that turning around, we open in short, we are closing it here. Then we can open short again here, and we are opening the last one here. 1, 2, 3. Easy, as I think. But we have the worst thing in our arsenal. Every human, everyone has this ability. We are stupid. And we are not, how to say that? We constantly thinking, overthinking, doubting ourselves with just, oh my God, what if, especially if we're reading some kind of other people opinion, especially if we're reading some kind of influencer opinion, especially if we watching that at the news. Trump says, Elon Musk did, those guys posted, sold, bought. We overthinking and we are putting on the table the human part, because the algorithm doesn't give a fuck about your emotional situation, about your debts until the end of the month. The algorithm doesn't care about either you're sick or your dog or your kid's sick, you want to go to the vacation, or you have the credit, or you're losing money on the poker. The algorithm doesn't care, but you care. And you putting your own opinion on that. And most of the time, when I'm putting my opinion, when I'm doing like, okay, so I have a huge experience in that field, so I always trying to think that I'm smarter, that I'm more clever, that I'm like, you cannot like fuck me up. No. If I ever gonna be fucked up, I'm gonna be fucked up only by myself. So most of the time we are afraid, we are doubting, we are feeling FOMO, etc. So that's, I'm showing you the easiest way to trade, and I showed you before how the 58% profit, let's slice it on half, let's say 29% profit on the daily time frame trading are equal to 50% profit on the 4-hour time frame. That's why I'm trying to do more trades than I should do. But the last thing, I'm so fucking greedy. That's most of the time I'm afraid to be wrong, and I'm afraid that people are watching me. There is the huge attention, there is the huge pressure on my shoulders, on my brains, on my social media, on whatever, and people like, hey, you said that, you are stupid Ukrainian boy, why did you say to me to buy 4th of July? Why did you say that? Why? So I'm just talking about my opinions. Sorry if sometimes I'm wrong in my decisions. Sorry if sometimes I'm wrong in my opinion. Shit happens. But I'm honest. I'm open. And as I said, from the end of July, that's gonna be the end of this honesty, the end of that kind of like, okay guys, let's dive deep to this algorithm. Let me explain you more. If you don't understand, go back in time, watch every video here on the YouTube. You will find the huge video about how to use algorithm. Do your own research. Most of the people want me and my partners, developer, to do job for them. When somebody doing job for you, you paying for that. You paying for construction, you paying for somebody washing your car, you paying for nails, you paying for everything. You paying for bills in your apartment, in your house. People are paying for everything. So please skip this part. I don't need your money. You don't need to pay me for anything. but skip the part where you don't understand something and you don't want to apply your attention. You don't want to put your time, think, discuss before you asking me a question. So right now, from that moment, we're gonna, once again, you can find how the asset goes down in the meaning of the time that was there. And right now, I'm not giving you promise that we're gonna discuss, I don't like that light and I don't like that light. I don't like that. Why it's so bright? Okay. I'm not telling you that I'm gonna discuss the altcoins. No. I want to see 500 likes before the end of this video, before the end of the live stream, before the end of discussing Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, USDT dominance. Maybe we're gonna discuss the BVIV index, like Bitcoin volatility index, and we're definitely gonna discuss totals. So we're gonna discuss the whole picture of the market. If I'm gonna see 500 likes before that on the YouTube video, we're gonna go further. If not, no offense, sorry for that. You can find all information in the private group. Links are in description, links are in the bio of the Instagram, TikTok, etc. And as far as I can see, not so many people are pressing the like on the video, so there is not gonna be more people I'm moving the camera. Yes, so let's discuss what's gonna happen next. Because we have few things to analyze. And as always, of course, my friend, we can go on the 2 weekly time frame, and right now you see that right now the algorithm doesn't have enough information to show us how it looks on the 2 weekly time frame. But before that, we have this information and we were sending this information to you. If we're gonna go on the Ethereum, it shows us the same. There is not enough information on the 2 weekly time frame. Sometimes it's happening. So it means that we're gonna discuss the forecast model and we're gonna start to do that. Oh, give me a second, 2 weekly time frame. Yeah, there's not enough information. Okay, we're gonna start discussing from the weekly time frame. So what do we see right now? That the movement will be ended, and probably that's gonna be the end at the end of August, or at the beginning of September, or at the middle of August. Why? Because, for example, this is the peak. Yeah, we see the peak which shows us 11 of August. If I'm gonna put the cursor slightly right, it shows 18 of August. If I'm gonna put at everything here, that's the top. Everything here is that's the top. So no matter when I'm gonna put the cursor, it's showing me either the beginning of September, or for example, even like 6 days ago. So it means that any time the price could go down to the correction. But to be more accurate, all we need to do is to look on that thing, and right now it shows me that we have two divergence, two bearish divergence, and the price are slightly going down. But as I said to you, we can buy, sell. So it means that any time when we're gonna see that kind of turning around, it means like you can buy here. So how you can find this turning around point? Just go on the lower time frame. In my opinion, I'm gonna explain you right now my opinion, what's gonna happen next. Before the end of August, the price of the Bitcoin wouldn't be $106,000. There is like 68% that the price wouldn't reach $106,000. And right now, most of the haters, like, I know that for sure we will never see price lower than $110,000. I said never. We are going only to the moon. We are like, if Hulk Hogan were alive, he will said like, or Ozzy Osbourne will think, if he were alive, he will sing a song about to the moon, we're going on, mama I'm coming home, mama I'm coming to the moon, and the song of the Bitcoin. So right now I can say that we are not waiting price there, but the price will do that movement. Here we have squeezing of the channel, and most of the people for the last 3 weeks, they realizing that when we have the squeezing of the channel, for example, like here. So for example, we bought here, we sold here, then we sold here, we sold here, and where is the buying? Bought, say bought, sold, bought, bought. Let's keep this small movement, but we can put their lines. We can do that, but right now I'm telling you, let's skip them. And the last one buying point will be here, yeah, here and here. So let's go back to the chart and let's think about it, only that buying points. We're buying at the bottom, we're selling at the top. We are buying, we're skipping the selling. We're not selling here. We're buying again, we're buying again, we're buying again, and we are selling here. We're not selling here. Here, the only thing that you need to realize, like the small squeezing, my friend, the small squeezing. Here, we are selling. Oh, here we are selling, and here we are buying again, and here we are selling. And then, let's say we bought again here, and we're gonna sell somewhere from the squeezing, somewhere like that, somewhere like here. That's why right now I'm trying to like guess where that line after squeezing will be. So if I'm gonna go on the chart, bought, sold. Yeah, easy. Bought, sold. Fixing the profit. Then we're buying back. We're buying slightly lower. It was 71,000. We're buying for 61,000. As most of the American people, especially the poor people, they are selling like, you said that this was crash. And the price of the gold goes down 10x. That's not the crash. On the cryptocurrency, that's not the crash. I was like, okay. Okay. So we're buying here. We're not selling here. We're buying here. We're not selling here. We discussed that. We're selling only when we are at the top. We're buying here, we're not selling here, and then we're buying here. So it means that our price, for example, let's say that we bought here. We're buying only at the top. We're not buying the bottom. We're not using the lower time frame to understand where exactly we can do that. We're buying only the top of the candle. We are people with the special needs. We're buying only the top of the candle. So for example, if you're gonna do basic math and you're gonna add 65 to 62, then 60 plus 57, you're gonna get something like 120, 180, 245,000. So it means that your average price will be something like $61,000. So we're deleting that, and we're talking about you buying only the top of the candle, only the top. So let's say 62,500. That's your average price from buying here, 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 and here. And most of the time, people who's been following us on the Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you've been like the last date, which was 4th and 11th of November. So can we put those dates here? Can we put those dates here? Where is that? That was here. Whole this week was buying, yeah? So let's say you bought here, then you skipping the 4th of November. You like special need person, yeah? You are buying at the top of this candle. You're buying here. So but you are buying the same amount as you bought here. So your average price will be $71,000. Let's say you bought here, then you buying one more time. Like many times people asking, why are you buying right now? Because we are at the top. I was explaining it to Ukrainians yesterday. Here. Oh my God. You listen to this for this voice every week? Oh my God. Here is the small squeezing of the channel. Guys, small. I was explaining this on the 4-hour time frame. It's more likely showed there, but here is the small squeezing of the channel, and we have this impulse, which give us 59% movement. And here is our average price with the fifth buying points, for example. Here, my friends, on the weekly time frame, here, there is nothing turning around. There is nothing to buy. So it means that date was predicted on the 4-hour time frame. And as far as I understand, on the daily time frame, that could be the bottom. Almost the bottom. Yeah, here, you see the daily time frame showing us almost the bottom. Like easy peasy. 4th and then 11 here. So let's keep that. We don't have any other time frame. We have only weekly time frame. That's where I think I'm gonna move, because I want to trade bigger trades and to buy them, hold them for a few months, or for example, as it was from here, from 20 till 21st, from 21st till 21st, 10 months, 6 months, 11 months, 12 months, 1 month, whatever. So we're fixing that profit here. As we discussed with you, we are buying, we're fixing here. Then we're not talking about these perfect dates, the perfect dates which we predict in the February and April. Let's forget about those dates. Let's forget about, I was guessing, I was trying, I was wrong. Let's say I was wrong, but let's trust to this guy. We're selling here, we're buying here. Yeah? So the price going from here till here on 24%. Once again, that was only 2 trades. And for those people with the special needs who's asking me, hey, why are you doing that? Why are you doing so much trades? You put $100 at the bottom, you fix 59%. So it means like right now you have 159%. And right now you're buying back the asset with 25% discount. So it means that your $100 of coins, for example, that's 1 coin for 100. Right now you have 1.25 coins. So you increase the amount of coins. And for those of you who's like, we're going only to the moon. Oh my God. Only to the moon. For those people, why you don't want to increase the amount of coins? You are still to the moon believer. You are still person who's buying every dip. Like you are waiting. You are like, I'm gonna buy the dip. You're that kind of person. Why not doing all this movement? And you know what? I can explain why some people not doing that. I can explain that. That's so fucking easy to understand them, and I will every time I'm gonna tell them, yeah, if I were on your spot, if I were in your shoes, I will do exactly the same. I wouldn't do nothing. So people who understand in me why I'm telling this, like there is the group of people who wouldn't do that because that's gonna be stupid for them. So that's why there is a lot of people who's only buying the dip, and I'm really appreciate and grateful for them. I'm with all due respect, I'm like, I understand in them. But also this system showing us that there is the dip, there is the signals, there is the movements, and everything that you need to do, trade by forecast and by all turning arounds, etc, etc. So you're buying here, then the last time you bought here. People on the Instagram and TikTok, you're not seeing everything that I'm trying to express. So you can go visit link in bio and you will find YouTube channel, and there you're gonna see the whole screen with the everything that I'm explaining. But thank you for following, thank you for all your subscription, thank you for everything. Also, you will find the Telegram channel. So you bought here, you're selling here. Especially when you're receiving the excuse me, we have the divergence. Then you're buying back again. Or you buying every time. There is a lot of people like Michael Saylor. I'm gonna buy every day until the end of my life. Every day. No matter what the price will be, I truly believe that Bitcoin will cost $13 million until 2030, and we're gonna increase the price for 30% each year. Okay. He's not asking my opinion. And the same, I'm not asking his opinion. I'm discussing his opinion. So if you are a hater, you can discuss this opinion the same way on the media. I think that this Andrew are stupid. Why are you thinking that? Explain. Show your analysis. Show how your portfolio growing. Show what you buying, what you selling, for what price or in what date. It's easy. Do that every day. Tell to people, hey guys, I made mistake. That's how I'm gonna fix that mistake. Hey guys, I fixed my mistake. It's time for the new mistakes. It's time for the new guessing. It's time, like, why are you telling that you're selling everything that you bought in March and April? Because I'm fucking can. Because that's something smart to trade all these corrections. Because we are trading and I'm not a trader. I'm accumulating more for the best price. So it means when the cycle will be ended, I'm gonna fix more assets for the bigger price. So it means that when I'm telling to people, let's skip the previous months, the previous years, etc., etc. Let's talk only about the previous two sells. So the last sell was 12th of May, and this is the others. So the all altcoins go down on 27%, yeah? 27%, for example, all altcoins from May. But let's open, for example, what do you like? PEPE coin? The PEPE coin from 12, where is the 12 here? Go down on 46%. Let's say, good. Like extra needs people are investing in those coins, and that's good. Because you need to invest in something huge. Because you have extra needs, it means that you need more. So you're investing in the shit coins. So this coin goes down on 68%. Let's say Trump coin, yeah? Where is the Trump coin? That guy go on the 43%. So if the Bitcoin goes slightly, you know why? Because everyone talking about the Bitcoin. You know why? Because everyone will lost most of their money on the Bitcoin. And I'm gonna explain you why. I'm not the guy who's gonna say like any other altcoin, for example, Ethereum, XRP or Solana are better than Bitcoin. No, nothing is better than the Bitcoin. But people are losing money because they're buying not at the right time. They are buying when everyone's selling. And they are selling when everyone, like, not everyone, smart people, not extra needed people. When they are buying, most of the people are selling. Because they don't understand how the 4-year cycle works. They don't understand how the price works. They don't understand how the mass market or retail think and act. And I'm not telling you that I understand it. If I was the guy who understands that, I will be in the office of Donald Trump or whatever other billionaire. But I'm trying to understand, and I'm trying to doubt everything. I'm trying to question everything that I'm seeing, hearing, feeling, especially when I'm feeling something like that. I'm trying to question myself. Was it good or was it bad for me? Was it good for someone or would it be bad for us? I'm always trying to think, I'm always trying to ask myself, what if something goes wrong? So, right now, when we talk a lot about everything, we're gonna go back to the weekly time frame, and here we have that line here, yeah? So we are preparing for one more impulse, and if I'm gonna go back here, I think, give me a second, I need to do that, BTC, Give me a second, I'm trying to find. Yeah, this one. So that's what was here like a few weeks ago. We're gonna stuck in the flat, then we're gonna have one more impulse until 8th of August. Right now, I will probably say maybe it's not gonna be 8, maybe it's gonna be 10, 11. Can I do that on 27th of July, like 10 days before it happening? Will somebody say you are trying to guess? Because there is a lot of people who are thinking that in this world everything works by line. Like, you know, I'm reading the book. The Gandalf are disappearing, dying in the first chapter of the Lord of the Rings. Oh my god. Then he appears as the Gandalf the White. And when you're gonna read the book second time, nothing gonna change. When you're watching the film for the first time and you see that Thanos clicking the fingers and half of the planet are disappearing. At the end of the Avengers, the Stark, the Iron Man, clicking the fingers and he's dying. No matter how many times you're gonna watch this movie, nothing gonna change until you're gonna shoot new movie. If you're watching the scary movie, whatever, the new movie in the cinema, I Know What You Did Last Summer. No matter how many times you're gonna go to the cinema, you're gonna watch it on your laptop, on your TV screen, whatever. No matter how many times you're gonna scream, oh my god, turn around, he's back there, oh my god, you're so stupid, because we are all smart. We are all watching the movie and we are so fucking smart, especially when we're watching them for the first time and when we're watching them for the second time. No matter how many times you're gonna tell to the main character of the movie, oh my god, Angie, why are you so stupid? He's cheating on you. We're talking to the Carrie Bradshaw, we're talking to the Joey from the Friends, we're talking to the anybody from any TV series, films, movies, cartoons, whatever. That's not gonna change. But if you gonna hold your finger here for 5 minutes and you're gonna like write your heart rate, then you're gonna put the smart ring, the smartwatch, or you're gonna go to the doctor and you're gonna do the same, you will have the whole analysis of your heart rate. Then you're gonna close your eyes, you're gonna put some kind of calming music, and you're gonna control your breath. You're gonna lower your heart rate. After that, you're gonna put your heart rate higher. You're gonna run, and then after that, you're gonna fight with someone who's holding something. I don't want to be blocked on the TikTok. Everything will affect your heart rate. Coffee. Everything. So the same things are happening with the market, and people who's telling me you are only trying to guess. No, I'm only trying to open chart one more time. Like, okay, we have that situation here. So if the price goes to the 115 and didn't break this level, so it means that we have reaction here. It means that somebody turned the calm music, breathe in, breathe out. Easy. I can open, for example, that's going to be easy for you. You can do the same. You go into the Telegram channel, you're going to the pinned messages, and you're opening, for example, this thing. You're opening that, and you see that this guy posted this on August 8th. August 8th, weekly time frame showing us buy here, sell here. I wish I could show it to you, my dear followers from the Instagram and TikTok. But you can check this information only by following us on the YouTube. And by the way, guys, there is like 65% people watching these videos without subscription. Is it hard for you? You know that we are not posting additional content. Sometimes we're doing that, but if you want us to do more for you, we need to see your support. We are almost at the 8,000 followers here. And I know that it's boring. I know that it's long videos. But if you want me to be better for you, support me. I need the fundamental of this channel. So this guy
You all need to know about next BTC huge moves. We can see the next bull run dates. The highest point of the Bitcoin of the market will be, 2024, 2026 and 2028. So it means at August 8, 2024, and as far as you're familiar with the trading view, I cannot delete that. I cannot erase that. I cannot edit that. All I can do is to put fucking updates. Go and watch our YouTube videos. How are you doing? Follow us for more. Let's say that, yeah? TikTok 80 true. If I'm gonna put the note right now, this date will be changed. So it's gonna be updated July 27. Add note. Refreshing. Where is the note? Where is the note? Here is the note. Okay, maybe that's gonna be here. That's gonna be updated. I know. I cannot update this information. I know. That's how it works. That's updating. That's updating. After that, I can only put the notes. Yeah. I'm gonna show you this on the other. So here, I cannot delete. I cannot do anything. But if I'm gonna press play, we see that from the 8th of August, the price go lower. Here we have the bottom, the perfect bottom, the green line buy, and here we have the perfect, sorry for that, the perfect selling point. So the price moves from 54 to 106, 7, $8,000. Then the price goes down. But my friends, one more time, that how the algorithm shows us the future from August 2024 until December 2024. So it means it shows us 4 months of movement, and then we need to update. When we need to update? When this yellow line will turn in around. So if I'm gonna go back to the chart, I'm gonna just update that. Let's say tens plus minus 1 day. As always, you know why? Because the next live stream will be in the 7 days, because you don't have this system, because you are most likely busy with your job or with your daily routine or with your family or whatever you are busy at. I'm looking at the chart. That's the only thing that I'm doing. Once per week I'm doing that live streams, maybe twice, maybe 3 times a week when I want. I'm doing live streams for the private group. And the other time I'm looking at the chart, I'm trading. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. So if we are gonna be here, we have this line here, which shows us that probably until 10th of August, we will see price until that line. So it means that this circle, this target, will be something like that. But why we have this 2025's the end, and why I'm talking about the August, November, so you're gonna ask yourself, so when I'm gonna need to leave the market? On the weekly time frame, you need to leave the market when we're gonna be here. So we're going back to this chart, this weekly time frame, which shows us that we still have the movement up on the forecast model. Then we're going down on the forecast model. This guy is showing me that we have the squeeze. So it means if today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, there's gonna be the green divergence, bullish divergence, that's gonna be insane. The monthly time frame showing us that we are still going up. 2 weekly time frame showing us that we are still going up. The weekly time frame showing us that we are squeezing and we're going up. But after that, not immediately. You know why? Because they need to give you 10% discount, 20% discount, and you're gonna be, honey, we have discounted the market. How much money we got? A lot. I hope you know this song. So you're gonna count your money and you're gonna think about it. Oh my God, Michael Saylor buying, BlackRock buying, they buying, they buying, they buying. You know that hedge fund, the huge multi-trillion funds, they are buying because they have opportunity to buy more tomorrow, to buy more next week, to buy more the dip. No matter how many dips there is going to be, they can average and they can scale their positions. And one more important thing, they have time for holding these assets. And most of the retail people, I'm gonna be rich tomorrow. I promise to you. Don't leave me, baby. I'm Bitcoin holder. There is too many people who's doing that. And when I was posting the video on the TikTok about selling 21st, I explained it to people. When I'm receiving from my delivery guys, friends, quotes, we're gonna be rich. Oh my God, did you saw this fucking pump? That's the signal for me that the people who didn't succeed in any field, who don't have nothing, who especially don't have real estate property, do not invest in any asset. They just buying when people buying. They just selling when people selling, or they have their own opinion. Like, I know because I'm watching this guy on the YouTube and he's telling that. Even you watching me without checking this information, without doing your background test, my background test, or any other back testing, you're doing huge mistake. But when you see that the win rate of something, or this guy was right 4 times out of 5, or this guy, like, I don't know, was wrong 6 times of 10, or whatever other metrics, which a lot of people asking me, hey, can you provide me this for what? People asking me to provide them my P&L, my assets. There's the guy from Dubai who's visiting Dubai, doing photos and texting me. He was like, I will show you that. That's funny for me because, like, you know, most of our lives we're talking to the stupid people. Where is this guy? Here it is. Andreas S. Thank you for 40K. I see the fucking future, you don't. I was like, okay, you are a joker. Okay, show real account live, not the screenshot. And this is my conversation with him. Let's bet on $1,000. I'm not talking about 10,000, 100,000. I'm pretty sure in me. I'm telling him, let's do that for $1,000. Which broker you are use? OKX and Bybit. Send the screenshot here. Okay, I hope not testnet Bybit. This is the demo trading. Mate, I only bet the 1,000 if you're willing to share your Bybit API key with read-only access. Deal? Let's use Aragon Court, blah, 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 blah. That's my answer. That screenshot from OKX. And I want to give you, and I want, I was trying to say, I would not give you any API access. I can open cryptocurrency exchange personally or through Zoom call, and you will see everything. That's not demo trading. I will show you the P&L. You sending 1,000, I'm showing you 30-day P&L, not on the demo trading. If it's not gonna be something like that, because on the screenshot there was the $60,000, I will send you 2,000 back. People who knows me, they know that I'm the man of the word. You need to show to all followers, not just me. I need. But what is that? Open website showing. I need. Okay, I will do live stream and will show opening website okx.com showing 1 month PNL, not on the demo trading plus the result, because that screenshot was 9 days ago and that 9 days won't be in 30 days PNL. So that 9 days, that could be like 10,000 more, 30,000 more, 40,000 more. Who cares? That could be more, but I'm telling him, like, that's gonna be something like 60, 70, 80,000. Show whole 30 days, bro, not the days you want, lol. I was like, okay. And then I'm talking to him. You are blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, oh, you cannot see. Oh, I'm sorry, I will show you that. I'm telling him that you are the special need person or what. I'm telling you, I'm gonna press 30 days, send money, and I'm tired of talking. Or shut them up. Or I'm gonna block you. And this guy disappeared for more than 1 year, 1 day. And I was like, why I'm wasting my time on those people? Because I know that I'm right. And I know that I can prove that. But as I said, July, this is the end of proving anything. Anything. That's the end. That's it. So if we have that prediction model, sorry for all this off topics. How can I find this circle here? I need to go on the lower time frame. If I'm going on the daily time frame, it shows me, let's clear the chart, it shows me that the selling point could be August and November. So I'm putting the line here on the November, here. You see November. From there, here, we're gonna have impulse down. So that's gonna be the first time when you're gonna have the discount on the market, on the price. That's gonna be here until the end of August. So they're gonna give you, for example, we're going up to 130, 140,000. They put in price to 120, 116, whatever price will be. They giving you discount. Then they put in price higher, but not to 140, because there's gonna be people who are gonna buy all this movement down. People who don't have this system, people who don't have this helper, this assistant who's showing you, hello my friends, we have divergence and we are at the bottom. It means that you can buy. So they're gonna give price here, or even they're gonna give you the one new high. So you're gonna be pretty sure that we are fixing our 4 hour and daily candles higher than the previous liquidity. So it means by the structure that we can go lower and then we're buying stay back. So that means that most of the people gonna text me under my video, I'm selling. They're gonna text me, I'm sorry, Andrew, like, that's fine. After that, we're gonna have this movement down. So if I'm gonna put that line like that, from here till here, then we're going here. Here they're giving you something like 20% movement correction, and probably you're receiving some kind of message. Okay, the live on the go live again on the TikTok was interrupted. I'm going live again. So that means that here they're giving you more discount and they putting more happy, like, you know, the cartoon news. Oh my God, oh my God, everything is good. Simpson predicted something again. They putting you in the state of FOMO one more time. So you bought this dip, you didn't sell here, you buying that dip. The price doing that, you buying that dip, the price doing that, you buying that dip, and that's happening until that. I will say because right now we don't have the 2 weekly time frame. That's happening until here, but definitely happening until the weekly time frame would be at the bottom. So that's like what I'm trying to show to you. That's how they probably manipulate the price, and that's how they're gonna put everyone in the Bitcoin higher than $100,000. Only by dropping the news, only by dropping additional information, etc., etc., etc. Only by dropping the real news, the fake news, the good news, the bad news, whatever. And you're gonna buy not only the news and information, you're gonna buy the Bitcoin. And then we're gonna go to the long correction. That could be really bad correction, something like $35,000, $58,000, or that could be long movement down with all these ups and downs, with all these flats, but definitely either here or here. There is only 2 ways where we're gonna see price until maybe April 2026, maybe even December, November, October 2026. So that's how I feel, that's how I see that the price will be either here or here. And the worst case scenario, if I don't know what's gonna happen, like Israel launching the rockets nuclear weapon on the United States. I don't know why, like Where is my pita? I want hummus. Free the hummus or whatever. Ukrainian attacking Poland or whatever. I don't know. Godzilla appears from the ocean and he was like, ah. Aliens. Did you heard that probably aliens will appear in October, November? They are preparing for the attack. That's fucking crazy news. And there is a lot of people who's like, oh my god, aliens. Honey, where is my shotgun? There is a lot of people who's really believe in that. So depending on the news, depending on the information that they're gonna put in the media, we definitely could see the price of the Bitcoin here. Let it be like that. As always, do the screenshot and sign the screenshot like the whole old Polaroid photo. Andrew said that on that live stream. That's my opinion. And then we have 2 days when the price could turn around. And that's showing to me on the weekly time frame, that line, and that's the same line on the daily time frame. So could that line be 7 till, I don't know, 12? Let's say August. I'm so tired of everything. This is the August selling. I'm gonna find the selling day. You know when? You know when? When that line will be on top or when that line will turn around, something like that. That moment, or even that moment. I'm gonna find the date and I will really try to tell you this date. I will really try. I'm not promising to you anything, but we have one more huge pump before the middle of the August. And in my opinion, for the Bitcoin, either that's gonna be the last pump or the last pump will be from August till November. But my friends, that pump, that dump, that pump, that dump, everything that you see here on the forecast, and I will explain you what I'm trying to say to you. So we have, for example, bottom here, the top here, yeah? Let's say the bottom. Here, the top here. We did that, yeah? Fair enough. 32 days of movement up. Then we have top here, bottom here. But what the price did? What the price did? Here, the price gave us movement up from here till here. When the phase changed, the price did movement down, up, down, like that. So the price was in the flat. But I'm trying to trade this flat. All this movement, especially in the meaning of the Bitcoin dominance, giving us huge pumps and dumps on the altcoins. So the price from here till here was in the flat. So that's why I'm trying to explain to people who's using our system, my friends, that doesn't mean that the price will be lower or higher. That means that the phase are changing. Yes, inside of that movement, down, down, up, up, down. That's why the phase are just showing you what's gonna be in future. But inside of that future, there's gonna be lower time frame. Like the gearbox, you have the huge, I need to translate. Gear, okay, like the gearbox gear. You have the huge gear, weekly time frame. Inside of that huge gear, there is the smaller daily time frame. So inside that gear, like that, there is the 7 smaller gears. Like open your, I'm talking to the haters. Open your Adamar Piguet, open your Patek Philippe, especially the gold one, the exclusive one. Open that and you will see the gears inside. I hope that it's going to be easier for you to understand. So the small gear are turning around and it's moving the bigger gear. So if the gears are turning around inside the bigger, the daily time frame affecting the weekly time frame. So it means that that gear will make a turn, and in my opinion, either we're gonna see the dip, the top of the Bitcoin cycle on the August, or the top will be on the November. So it means that that movement here could be flat movement, the same as it was here, the same flat movement as it was here. That could be like that. So it's showing me only the face will be changed. If the price will stuck in the flat and the dominance will go lower, altcoins will go to the moon. So it means that everyone will like, yes, woo. And that's perfect for everyone. So just for your consideration, the price going up, the price not going down, the price are moving in the channel. That could be bigger, that could be smaller channel, etc. But we can trade all this movement. That's why I'm giving you on the 4-hour time frame. I'm gonna buy here, I'm gonna sell here. I'm not giving you advices. I'm not analyzing your assets. I'm analyzing most of the time the assets which person asked only on the street. And today I'm not gonna go on the street. I'm tired. I want to go on the vacation. But that movement up from here till here, giving us the huge new all-time high. And if you're gonna go back in time and look on the previous live streams, you will find when we set the new all-time high will be. So that movement either could be flat, or we can have one more correction. And that movement up could be really huge movement up, or the flat. So right now, from here till here, let me open this chart. Let me open this chart on the daily time frame, which shows to me that we are still have the chance to go up. Then we have two options. The first options, we're going down. The second option, we are trading in the flat. Then we have two more options on the daily time frame. We're going up until November, or we're trading in the flat until November. Because people need to buy altcoins. How can we know what to trade? When to buy, when to sell? Easy. Buying, 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 buying. Before that, you sold here, selling, 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 selling. That's it, easy. If on that moment down, the price goes down, on that moment down, take a look at this. This is the top, this is the bottom. If the price are in flat, it means that the next moment will be bigger. The next moment here, the next moment here. So go from the opposite thing. And I know that I wish that all the previous times, all the previous live streams, I was telling you this thing, but I'm growing. Every time when I'm doing live stream, I'm growing, I'm learning something new. I'm looking at this, I'm using this system, and I'm understanding it's way better. So if we have that movement down and nothing changed, the price still at the same, close this position, close this short position, because the next movement will be bigger. And if we have, for example, the squeezing of the channel, so it means that that movement will be impulse. You see that? Squeezing of the channel. If we have squeezing of the channel here, you see that here, we have impulse here. If we have squeezing of the channel here, here, I was expecting that there's going to be the impulse down, but all this movement from here till here, all this movement was just the flat. Only altcoins was reacting. All that movement. So it means, in my opinion, my friends, I'm going to delete everything that I was trying to explain you one last time. I'm going to delete everything here. In my opinion, so to be sure, and this time I'm not gonna post anything on the Telegram channel. I'm tired as well. I'm talking about the daily time frame, because the 4-hour time frame showing us that we need to go lower. This is the 4-hour trading filter. I will explain you this right now. I'm talking about the daily time frame. In my opinion, the daily time frame will do that movement here, or we even gonna go higher. From here we're gonna go lower, then we're gonna go higher, lower, higher, lower. And here, from that point, either it's gonna be the same or it's gonna be higher than the previous one. If the price here at the middle of August will be 131, then we're gonna talk about that price. If the price here will be at the same flat, then that price will definitely gonna be higher, in my opinion. If the price will be higher right now, then that price will be lower. So that's my opinion. I'm gonna delete them. I want to delete everything. I want to erase all this prediction, everything that I was like, you know, everything that I'm trying to show to you. I'm tired of all these things. Buy here, sell there, buy do, buy that. I want to clear that. My laptop, the most powerful laptop in Apple Store, it's dying. It's like, oh my God, please clear the cache, or how to say that? Clear the cache memory. There's the doc somewhere? I don't think so. So in my opinion, that we're gonna go higher until the middle of August on the Bitcoin. If we're not gonna go higher, if we're gonna stuck in the flat, and once again, I need to give you only one opinion. I don't think about the flat. Somewhere there is the dog. Where is that? In my opinion, we're gonna have impulse. Why? Because this guy. No. I was thinking that she's somewhere here. Oh, she was you. Maybe this is the rat. Something like scratching there.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think, but still, there was the sound. Why? Because we have divergence, bearish divergence, or bullish divergence here, so it means that we need to go higher. So it means that anytime when we're gonna be here or when we're gonna be here, I need to do one more sell. Why? Because 24th, 25th, yesterday, one more time I bought, and I think earlier today in the morning I bought like few assets for $25,000. So I'm buying partly. I'm good with that. I'm buying still for the less price that I sold in 21st. I'm proud of myself, but right now the most interesting thing will happen with the 4-hour time frame. So what do we have right now? We have the 4-hour time frame that's showing us that anytime soon the price should go higher, yeah? But the 4-hour trading filter, that guy, the trading filter showing me that from here we need to go lower anytime soon. So that could be that moment, whatever moment that could be. So it means that you buying here, you selling here, and you fixing that moment. For example, 3%. Good. On the altcoins, that movement was something like 10%. If I'm gonna go, for example, on the Ethereum, that movement was 9%. On the XRP, that movement was 8%. On the Solana, that movement was 7%. On the TON, that movement was 9, almost 10%. On the DOT, that moment was 8%. So I hope you understand, depending on the Bitcoin dominance. So right now, I need to see and I need to realize if that yellow line will do that movement, and that's gonna be the flat movement. So it means that that movement will be bigger. I'm not expecting flat movement. I'm just explaining you how you can use this system. What I'm thinking, that this line will do that movement, and I'm gonna find the selling date. Either that's gonna happen right now, given the, yeah, that could be, yeah, you know, Can we open short position on the Bitcoin right now? I have way than enough information about what I'm trying to see. So the Bitcoin, Mr. Bitcoin, BTC. Let's do not open huge position, but let's open the Bitcoin in short. Give me a second. That's not financial advice. That's just what stupid Ukrainian guy doing. Okay. I can open on another one. Let's say, okay, I'm not gonna open on another one. That's enough. The 1 hour time frame showing me that, hey dude, I can go lower or I can do that moment, but I will still gonna go lower. So it shows me that the last movement on the 3 hour time frame, I don't need that. This is the 1 hour time frame. The 3 hour time frame showing me, once again, we have the divergence. So if we're gonna break through the middle, the divergence will give us impulse. But right now, the next candle after divergence will be red as well. So we still have 1.5 hours to realize how it's gonna work, how it's gonna react. But the same, the 1 hour showing me that, the 3 hours showing me that. But please remember that we have that movement up. So from here till here, we are still going up. So don't put all your money, don't put more than 1% in your position, because if that guy will do that movement here, I'm gonna average my position. So it means that I'm gonna have 2%, 5%, not 20, 30, or 40%. Same situation with the 4 hour time frame. It's still showing me that we can go higher, and from there I can catch my position. From there I can catch my position. If I were you, and I wouldn't want to risk, and I don't want to scale, I will wait until the price will be here. I will wait, and if I were you, I wanna be me too. But I would open short. So the liquidity could come back here and go down. Don't care about the price. Don't care about the price. The timing is everything. Either you're selling here, either you're selling here, every turning around. So you need to wait for that kind of things. And the most right way to sell when we have, I will show you, when we have that triangle, when we have that thing, where is that? When we have that. So it means that here I will open my short position. So that's why I'm opening. And by the way, I'm still holding the position from 113. I'm still holding that position. So that's the more accurate enter for the short. Not here. Yeah, I wish to open here, but here. It means like, okay, right now we're going lower. Here. Right now we're going lower. Here. Right now we're going higher. Why? Because right now, as we've been talking from the here's this force 14, all these dates which you can find in the social media, force 14, then blah blah blah, 24th, 25th, etc, etc. If you go there, you need to know when to sell. And right now, as always, I'm not talking about when to sell. I'm telling to people in the private group and sometimes in the public groups, I sold. It means that I'm gonna buy. It means that at the bottom I'm gonna buy back. It means that at the bottom I'm gonna buy way more, because I explained to you how I see that's gonna be working. So right now I open short position. I open it on 118,700 or 400 or whatever. So it means that I'm in losses. So it means like, oh my God, you're talking that the price will go higher, but you are opening short position. Why? Why? Because this guy are on top. And if this guy will do that movement, I'm going to scale my position here. As I said to you, either it's going to be here or on 131. And you're going to ask me, then why you wouldn't open long position right now? Because you opening long position from the bottom. From the top, you opening short position. If you want to be more accurate, wait until probably 29 or 31st. 31st. Yeah, that's going to be more accurate. So like short on 29, 31st of July. That's where I'm expecting the correction by timing. That's where I'm expecting the time. That's the first zone, and the second zone will be something like that. Here and here, the same as it was here, the same. I'm not gonna draw like two different things. That's still what I'm thinking, that's still what I'm waiting, what I'm expecting, etc, etc, etc. So either I'm gonna open and scale my position here, or I'm gonna do that here. But I'm choosing to do that right now only by looking at the lower time frames. On the lower time frames, on the higher time frame, we are at the bottom, so it means that we still have 2 or maybe like from 10 days to 16 days of moving up. And then I'm gonna do one more decision about selling, buying, looking at the other assets. So let's talk about the Bitcoin volatility. What does it show to us? That we need to go higher until the 10th of August, yeah? So it means that the Bitcoin volatility could do that moment. So it means on the 4-hour time frame that anytime soon from 29, and if that's the daily time frame, let's put the daily time frame here, from 29 till second, the Bitcoin volatility will be way bigger. We have the squeeze in here, so it means that the Bitcoin volatility will go that kind of way. The daily time frame showing us the same, the 4-hour time frame showing us the same. So it means that that line was put it back here yesterday. I was doing that at 9 p.m., 8 p.m., something like that. I put on every asset the lines for you on the 4-hour time frame. I put that line here. So that means that it's showing me that from here, the Bitcoin volatility should go higher. Every time frame, my friends, 4-hour from here showing that, 4 hours showed that, like that, I did that yesterday. So I'm not gonna like draw these lines today. So it showed me that we need to go higher on the 4-hour time frame. So it's gonna be impulse. So it means that that could be something like that. That could be something like that. That could be impulse up. Then we're gonna go lower on 29, and then we're gonna go higher. So right now I need to do conclusion. I need to do conclusion for the private group. So I want to do conclusion about the Bitcoin. Bitcoin still has opportunity to go higher until 30 of July with the small correction on the trading filter on the 4-hour time frame. Then we have 2 buying points, 3rd and 8th of August, plus minus 1 day. And we have the top of the cycle probably on the weekly and daily time frame, which showing us that that could be from 10 till 12 of August. From there, we're gonna take a look on the daily and weekly trading filter, and we're gonna realize that the price are going lower. The Bitcoin volatility showing me that from 29 till 2nd of August, the Bitcoin volatility will be growing way more. So it means that on the moment of the Bitcoin down from 29 till 2nd or 3rd of August, that movement will be bigger than movement up. Then we have one more increasing of the volatility from 5th till 9. So it means that one more time from 5th till 9 of August, when the Bitcoin will go one more time lower, we're gonna have bigger volatility. Once again, that movement, bigger volatility, and that movement, bigger volatility. Bigger volatility when Bitcoin going down from 29 till 2nd or 3rd of August, and one more time, bigger volatility from 4th, 2nd of August till 8, 9 of August, when the Bitcoin will go lower. That's the thing that's showing us the 4-hour time frame. Remember that, that's the 4-hour time frame. Then the same thing showing me that on the 4-hour time frame, the Bitcoin from 8, 9 of August will give us impulse till 12 of August, plus minus 1 day. And that could be the last huge impulse on the daily time frame of the Bitcoin volatility. Here, you see? Let's talk about the dominance. So the daily time frame here showing to me, I don't know why it's, okay, here's the 4-hour time frame, here's the daily time frame. So the daily time frame are still going higher. If we're talking about the Bitcoin dominance, the daily time frame should go higher and turn around. So it means that we can see the really good movement on the altcoins up until the end of August. But the 4-hour time frame showing me that anytime the Bitcoin volatility, the Bitcoin dominance, sorry for that, could go higher. No. I'm opening the chart. I'm changing my mind right now. Before I'm gonna give you conclusion. Okay, let me take a look on the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly time frame first. So the weekly time frame showed me that until November, December, we're going down. So remember, October, November, maybe beginning of December, this is the end of the cycle for the altcoins before correction. I'm not expecting that there's going to be the alt season with X10, X20, but X2, X3. Daily time frame showing me that the Bitcoin dominance could go lower until August 25. Then from August 25, we can go higher until the end of September. Remember that. But that movement will start when the trading filter will turn around. When the trading filter will turn around, either it's going to happen from the end of July or from 6th of August. So once again, compare that to the dates of the Bitcoin volatility and the Bitcoin movement, and it means that we can do something like that. I want to see Bitcoin dominance way higher, so the altcoins will drop way more, but that's not probably gonna happen. That's not probably gonna happen until the end of September. So the biggest movement on the Bitcoin dominance could happen only from the end of August. Because take a look here. You see that movement, give me a second, I will explain you this. Give me a second, please. We have this forecast here, yeah? So it means that before that, on that phase, we can trade every long position. Every time the movement up will be bigger than the movement down. From here, we can see, and I think that we're gonna find that here. I was expecting that we're gonna turn around here, and too many people was expecting the same. Let's see what was here. Nothing here except like buy, sell, buy. But that was funny. Porsche 911, Rolls-Royce here. The Bitcoin dominance. For example, we're gonna reach that line, then we're going lower. And that's where we all expecting the Bitcoin dominance. So inside of every this moment, inside of every this picture that I'm trying to show to you, behind that, there is some kind of opinion. So when we have the movement up here and the movement down here, every movement down is way bigger than the movement up. So it means that that movement up on the daily time frame, my friends, that movement up was fucked up, because from here till probably here, yeah, the dominance will be at the flat. So in my opinion, that either it's gonna happen on 29th of July or even on 25th of August, the Bitcoin dominance could be here. Just think about that, that could be, because that movement, no matter when it's gonna start, we're gonna put the dominance lower. So either that flat will stuck here, and I need to give you only one opinion. That line's showing only the trading filter, my friends. On every asset, that line showing only the trading filter. Only the trading filter. So take a look. It means that on the 4-hour time frame, the trading filter will be something like here and gonna point down. How it looks? Here and pointing down. So that's why I'm pretty sure that everything will give us way more pump, especially on the altcoins. And I think that I need to buy more. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I told to people that I'm gonna buy every day. And today I bought partly on $25,000, as I said. And the next 2 days I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy the same part. And at the beginning of August, I'm gonna buy way more. But right now I feel that maybe I need to buy more, because the ton are at the same price where I sold it. Are at the same price. But if I'm gonna talk about the dot, we are still here. So it means that I can wait for that moment, that moment, that moment. And that's going to be the best, the perfect, the beginning of August buying point. That's how I'm like waiting for that. So the Bitcoin dominance, in my opinion, I need to give you the last thing, because I'm looking at the chart right now. I need to tell you what I'm thinking, what I'm like expecting. Daily time frame going up, daily time frame from here going down. We don't need that. This is the trading filter. We don't need that. I'm gonna wait that the Bitcoin dominance will probably do that kind of movement. We don't need that. We don't need that. Give me the last second. So yeah, I think that the Bitcoin dominance on the 4-hour time frame will do something like that, and that's gonna be, yeah, probably here, the first, the second. If it's gonna be there, a lot of assets will perform. A lot of assets will perform. From here, we can come back here, somewhere like that, or even we need to put people in the state of FOMO. We need to put people in the state of like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, everything are dropping. How can I show it to you? My opinion one more time. My opinion, how I think here. So what do I expect from everything? Right now the Bitcoin will stuck in the flat, or even gonna go slightly higher than 123, 131. Then the Bitcoin dominance will go lower, but the price still gonna be here. As I said to you, I'm not expecting the Bitcoin price lower than 106 until the end of August. So either we're going down or we're still trading in the flat like that. Then after that movement, at the end of August, when the altcoins BTC ALTS. After that, when the altcoins will do that movement, but that's definitely not gonna be as high as the previous March, and that's definitely not gonna as high as the December, and that's definitely not gonna be as high as November. So that's gonna do the altcoins, and everyone would expect that we are flying to the moon. No. Here, in my opinion, I'm gonna put that end of August, the Bitcoin are flying to the moon to 141, something like that. $131, 141, who cares? And from here, the Bitcoin going down and altcoins giving us the new bottom until the, give me a second please, give me a second, let's take a look, until yeah, the same, the end of August, the middle of September. Yeah, that will be way easier than to write there. That will be way easier. But I need to go back in time. Where is that? BTC, where are you, my friend? Here it is. I need to clear that. Oh my God. Sorry for that. Sorry for your time. I know that you have what to do. I know. There is Epstein list. There is South Park with the Donald Trump. There is so much things to do right now. Like, I know that. Sorry for that. So the total 3. It shows me that we gonna be somewhere here. Nah, too much attention. Too much. Let me say like that. Down, up. That's the dates where I'm interesting to sell. That's the dates on the 4-hour time frame, not the daily time frame. Nah, the daily, yeah, the daily time frame will do the same. The daily time frame, that's gonna be the selling point. That's gonna be the selling point. When it's gonna happen, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna change my opinion and I'm gonna guess when this line will be there. So my guessing will be like, hey guys, I just sold my assets. That's gonna be the guess. Once again, the Bitcoin will be flat or slightly up. Then we're going down till the end of August. Then the Bitcoin from the end of the August are pumping. But that moment down, which gonna happen only from the turning around, It could be here, it could be here. Maybe it's gonna be in the middle of August. So that's moment when we're gonna turn around. We'll probably put the altcoins somewhere here or here. Because this is the total, that's not the asset. If I'm gonna open, for example, the same assets, here is the bottom. The lowest point of the dot probably since 2020. The lowest, my friends. Here is 2023, here is 2022, here is 2021, and here is 2020. 4.6. So right now, if I'm gonna talk about this asset, for me as far as for you, that's the buying. That's the buying. No matter where you're buying, if you truly believe that we're gonna go higher, but what I prefer to do, bought, sold, bought, sold, bought, here, the last one, bought, sold, buying, selling. So for me, everything that lower than $10, that's really good price. That's really good price. But let's put it a little bit lower, yeah? Let's say lower than $5. Where is that? $6. I need to get lower than $5. I need to do lower than $5, like that. That's the good buying point. But we could be here. So what I'm trying, like for all these 10 minutes, what I'm trying to say to you, that the altcoins until the middle of August will give us one more profit, maybe 20, 50, 60%. Maybe that's gonna be here. As I said, that's not gonna be on the December price. We can be here, but not December and not March price. So from now on, that's gonna be 80%. That's really good movement, yeah? Really good movement. Or the same thing, but 30%. And for me, that's waiting enough, because after that, in the middle of August until the end of August, middle of August, what the fuck is wrong with me? Middle of August, the end of August. That's how I'm expecting. That's the 4-hour time frame. That's the daily time frame. 4-hour time frame showed me. That's where we're drawing it higher. Right now I'm expecting that the 4-hour, this line, that line, I'm gonna delete this zone, okay? I'm gonna delete this zone because it's, I don't like this color. The 4-hour time frame, either we going to the flat, then up, but if you didn't bought here, please try to buy when the price will be here, and maybe that's for you on that asset. That's gonna be on the 2nd, 3rd of August. Why? Because the daily time frame showing us the same. The daily time frame could do that. Then we're gonna have the bullish divergence, and then we're gonna have this pump. But definitely here and here, we could be either at that price range, or we can hit 2.2, 2.3, like we can go lower than the previous low. So the previous low is 3.1, we can go lower. Anywhere here, anywhere. Nothing gonna hold the price, nothing gonna hold the price on any asset. There is not such a thing that the price will never be there. Zero is the, like, okay, we cannot go in the minus like it was with the oil. You remember in 2020, the oil cost like minus 20, 30, $40. That wasn't scratching, that was the cable touching the carton box. Andrew is smart, you know. Observation is the key. So that's are still points for buying. I know that I was telling to you, my friends, that the July, this is the last opportunity. July, this is the last opportunity. I know that I was telling to everyone that everything that's happening here, this is the last opportunity. And everyone in this world telling me like, hey, you always telling that this is the last opportunity. Did you bought? Did you sold somewhere? For 99% of people who's watching this video, this is definitely the last opportunity, because people are buying when everyone's selling, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So if we're gonna go back on the Bitcoin, take a look at this. What do we have right now? It's showing to me. Can I have your attention, Mr. Andrew, please? We have this divergence here. Did you see that? Oh, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. But it's not fixed. It's not confirmed. When it's going to be confirmed? In 3.59 minutes, in 3 hours, 59 minutes. So either right now on the on the 3-hour time frame, we have divergence. So it means that the next candle will be down. On the 1 hour, it shows that we are going down. Yes, here is the squeezing of the channel. Here is the impulse. Squeezing of the channel. Impulse, it works on every time frame, on every asset, the same thing. Right now we need to go lower. That's it. I choose the time frame, I open that position. For me, that's why not? If I'm gonna be in the flat, I'm gonna close that position. If I'm gonna be in the flat until that moment, I'm not gonna do anything. But what I'm gonna do definitely, when we're gonna be at the bottom, here, or that bottom could be here, I'm buying. That's why I'm telling you my strategy, my actions, my guess. But you know, when you're trying to guess, it looks like... I don't care about the tarot card. I know that there is a lot of people who's doing that kind of shit in the life, and I have a friend who's doing this. She gave me this for the video. That's the guessing. We will ask the cards. What's gonna happen with your portfolio? Okay, like two guys, one guy crying, the other one are turning around from you, and you staying with the swords. So I think that this card are telling me that you gonna be alone with everything. You're gonna stay alone, and all your friends, all your like neighbors, everyone who trusted you, they're gonna leave crying. They're gonna be alone, and you're gonna stay with your assets. That's what the card, that's the guessing. And my friend who's doing this professionally, she was like, what do you do for a living? I'm doing tarot cards. She's doing this professionally. She gave me these cards because I'm making the funny video. So she said to me, you reading the cards really good. You reading the cards really good. But that's insane. I can do whatever. For example, where is that card? Sorry for that. Give me a second, please. This is going to be funny and you will understand. Where is that card? Where is this guy who's alone with all his... Give me a second, please. I will explain you what I'm trying to do. And you will see what's guessing and what the fucking algorithm showing. If the algorithm showing me that the face will change here, who am I not to trust him? But I will show you what the guessing is. And why it's so easy to guess. This is gonna be funny if that card will be the last one. And that's probably, yes, this is the fucking last card. That's funny. So what I'm gonna do? ChatGPT. I ask the tarot card, what's gonna happen with your portfolio in the next couple of months? Can you describe me and explain what this card means in the meaning of that question? I'm gonna open the ChatGPT right now, this conversation, and I'm gonna show you the... Oh my God. In English, please. Disable screen. So these things are talking to me in Russian, but I was gonna ask again in English, please. I don't know why, but on the phone that's in English. Maybe I need to refresh somehow. That's the time when you can press the like, because I'm gonna check the likes, and if it's not gonna be until the end of this pause 500 likes, I'm gonna go to USDT dominance total blah blah blah, and that's it. The Five of Swords cards of conflict, ego battle, and hollow victories, blah blah blah. You might win, close a profitable trade, outplay the market, but you walk away exhausted or unsatisfied. The victory might came with regrets. I exited too early. I held too long. Ego, revenge, FOMO, wild volatility, doubt, construct, second guessing, expect disagreement, people may panic or argue over discussion. Interesting, yeah? Like everything in this world are interesting. That's the guessing. You are putting your life on the fate, on the cards. Who cares what there is gonna be? You're gonna be alone, you're gonna be feeling FOMO, etc. I'm trying to trade and react by the algorithm. So if that movement down will be flat and that movement down will be flat, that's it. I'm just gonna buy. When? At the beginning of August. So if you missed 4th, if you missed April, May, March, February, if you miss everything, right now here, 27th of July, we can say the next time when I'm gonna buy will be 2nd, 3rd or 4th of August. So 3rd August plus minus 1 day, I'm buying, I'm opening long position, I'm doing too many trades, I'm putting too much money in the spot trading, in the spot position, etc, etc, etc. When that's gonna happen exactly? When that line will be at the bottom. After that, I'm expecting for the really good movement up, That's it. If that phase was good movement, that phase could be good movement as we talk about the volatility, or that phase could be flat. I'm thinking that that movement from 30th of July will be a big one because we have volatility. That movement could be flat, that movement could be big. So I'm going to delete the flat movements. And because of the volatility, that and that movement could be big. That's my opinion about the Bitcoin until the end of the week. And I know there is people who's texting me, I'm confused. Who's there? Who's there? Show me. I can guess by smell. Oh my God, hello, you is the dog? Can you come here? Come here. I want to show to people with whom they always talk, and you should talk and communicate with beautiful people, smart people, and rich people. I'm communicating with the essence of beautiful, rich, famous. Come here for a second. How long you been doing OnlyFans?
Андрій! Red. Андрій is such a red. А це куди?
Look. This is the Instagram, this is the TikTok, so you need to move here. This is the face of the Chrome Hearts.
Hi.
Toma, she's beautiful, she's smart.
I brought you some presents.
Really?
Yeah, for you.
Crypto?
No,
When you gonna start buying crypto? Sonia, show her.
very soon.
Very soon, okay. This is the close friend of Sonia. Oh my God. No. Mister, please. 1%. 1% battery. They are discussing my huge screen. That's 86 diagonal, 86 inches. That's for me. I cannot put it in the refrigerator. We will drink it for my health. Okay, let's go back to the chart because we need to check how many likes you gave me. So give me a second. Live. Bitcoin. 500. I want to drink champagne with girls, not to talk about these things. But thank you very much, my friends. Thank you very much. 500 likes. I think I deserve it. Thank you very much. So, okay, let's do this fast. First thing first, what do we have on the Bitcoin market cap? It shows us that we need to go to the correction until 3rd of August. You see that? On the 4-hour time frame, we need to go to the correction until 3rd of August. The daily time frame showing me that the same from 10, 11, 12 of August, we go into the correction until the end of August. But, in my opinion, that could be something like that. So that's going to be the flat. That's not going to be huge. As I said to you, no 106,000 before the end of August. Bitcoin futures. So we closed this gap. We hit that gap, and we, as I was expecting, 115,000. We are here. We could go lower, but I'm not pretty sure that that's gonna happen right now. But as far as you can see, this is the different chart, and that chart showing to me that we can go on the Bitcoin futures way lower. But I'm not gonna trust this chart. Why? Because I have delayed chart, delayed data. I need to buy this data. Maybe I will do this today. Maybe I will do this today. So I'm not gonna trust this chart. I'm just checking the gaps on the future Bitcoin. USDT dominance. USDT dominance on the 4-hour time frame trading filter showing us that we need to go higher, but before that, we will do that movement. That's my opinion. So from 30 till 3rd, as it was, my friend, the USDT dominance showing us opposite way of the asset. If the USDT dominance are going up, it means that the assets are going down. So if we have on the Bitcoin that movement and the USDT dominance showing us that exactly the same gonna happen from 30 of July till 3rd of August. So it means that we could be here. We could be here. So if you're gonna go back in time and you will see what the USDT dominance showed us on the price of your asset, just check 24th, 25th of July, the day when we said to you buy here. That's the same things when you're analyzing the, give me a second please. Oh my god, no, let's try again. Show me please. Oh, she will, oh my god, it's so cute. Nice, nice. Thank you, Toma. We love Toma. If you want to love Toma, text me. I will send you the link. I'm gonna kick myself. Let's go further. So USDT dominance. This is the first thing, but my friends, I want you to remember that we are already hit this 1, 2, 3 times. Yeah. So the 4 times we can break through that level. And that could be something like that. That could be, my friend, that could be. But it shows to us that it's probably definitely not gonna happen before October, November. So in my opinion, that movement on the daily time frame will give us the huge performance on the asset. So as I said to you, why I sold everything from March and April? Because I bought it back lower on the 20-25%. I didn't bought everything. I'm buying partly. But I'm definitely gonna buy today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the biggest part will be put it either on 2nd or 3rd of August. So I'm telling you once again, I'm gonna put almost all my money on that date. After that, I'm expecting for the pump. The total showing us on the daily time frame that we need to go higher. So basically, all these lines was put it back here. So the daily time frame showing us the trading filter should go higher, but the 4-hour should go to the correction. So in my opinion, if we have that movement until 29, then we have the correction. So the 4-hour time frame, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna change the exactly the same. My friends, if that movement will be flat, if that movement down from 29, 30 of July till 3rd of August will be flat, it means that from 3rd August we're going up. I'm still talking about only buying. Once in the, oh my god, it's so cute. Why are you doing that to her? Okay, I think that people deserve to see that. Oh my god. This is the SMR with the dog. And this one too, please. This one too. Can you? It's so cute. So we have divergence. That divergence will start working on here. We have the Bitcoin volatility index, which, oh, I'm sorry. We have the Bitcoin volatility index, which shows us that from here till here, we're gonna have huge volatility. So it means that we can have from the end of July, big fast movement. So it means that from 29 till 31st of July, they're gonna drop some kind of Okay, that's because of that. Just go back in time. Go back in time, my friends. I will do this for you. Just go back in time. The same, the end of July was showing to us. The end of July was showing to us that we're gonna have dump until 5th of August. Just go back in time. They love to repeat the same actions. They love to put you in the feelings that next year you're gonna analyze those previous years and there's gonna be the pattern like, oh, so the last time the price moves down from here on the 5th of August and we saw 40% movement down until 5th of August on the Ethereum and 30% movement down on the Bitcoin. So right now you're gonna tell me that it's not possible. Why? It's already been few times. So why the hell somebody like Japan cannot say something in the news that we are selling the bonds or whatever? Because if you're gonna open the index of any country, Great Britain, America, Japan, Germany, whatever, even the Israel index, that's gonna be on the fucking top. That's gonna be higher than high. So you're gonna tell me that there is not, that's impossible, that we're gonna see some kind of correction until that date? Until that date, my friend. So yes, I'm gonna say, I have a good idea. I'm gonna say that 3rd, 4th, or 2nd of August, 3rd plus minus 1 day. When? When that line will be at the bottom. Either it's happened like that or whatever. The price will draw the line. But definitely when we're gonna turn around on 3rd plus minus 1 day, that's where I'm gonna put way more, my friends. And when I'm gonna sell here, when I'm gonna sell on the daily time frame here, when I'm gonna sell here, I'm definitely gonna sell when this line will be at the top. Definitely gonna sell. When the daily time frame, the total one will be at the top, I'm gonna sell. But right now, who am I not to catch that moment? Who am I not to catch that moment? That moment, that moment. Who am I not to catch that moment? But I'm not expecting big movement. Guys, I'm not expecting, I'm telling you. Why? Because the daily time frame total, show with me. The Eminem song. Can I have your attention, please? Let the real Slim Shady please stand up. That's what fucking algorithm showed me. So that could be that could be that. And I know that you're gonna text like, you are as always, I cannot understand. You are doing this live stream for 2 hours, please. Can you give me 5 minutes conclusion? Okay, can I? The same. It's go with the package. You just need to subscribe. We will do the rest. Total 2 showing me that anytime soon we're gonna have this moment. Anytime soon. On the 4-hour time frame, once again, we have movement up until 29, 31st. We have that movement. And then from 1st, we're going down. The first stop will be 3rd, the second stop will be 9. So if we're gonna go back in time and we're gonna discuss the Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin movement, etc., 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 it means that probably here, my friends, here, almost all money will go to the Bitcoin. Almost all money will go to the Bitcoin. And that's where they're gonna put the price of the Bitcoin higher. So if the total 2, everything excluding the BTC, show with me that from here till here we're going lower, but the total 1 are showing me that from here till here we're going higher. The total 1 are pushing forward with the help of the Bitcoin. The total 2 excluding the Bitcoin. So that could be possibly that the Ethereum are pushing the total 2 lower. Total 3 showing us that we are anytime soon. How to trade these lines? When you see in some kind of screenshot, you should understand that you need to buy here, you need to sell here. So the next buying point will be either on that turnaround or on that turnaround. I hope I will try not to explain this anymore, anytime. So when I'm gonna buy, when this line will be here, that could be 27, 28, 29, that could be 3rd, who cares? The chart showing me that we need to go higher. That's why I'm holding assets which I sold 21st and I bought 24th, 25th, 26th. And today early in the morning. The others, that's the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing. So that's still showing to me that we are going higher, yeah? When we're gonna stop going higher? On the 30th of July. From 30th of July, all crypto assets going lower until the all crypto assets excluding top 10 going down until 9. So most of the assets, the best buying point will be 3rd and 9, depending on your asset. But the others to Bitcoin, so this the all assets to Bitcoin, showing us that in the meaning of the Bitcoin, and right now try to catch my attention, try to catch my opinion, try to understand me, because I was talking about this all the weeks before, how we can prevent of pumping the altcoins so nobody gonna buy them right now, and why we're buying every day that I'm telling to you. They need to put the Bitcoin in the flat, and they need to buy assets for the Bitcoin. So it means the others in the meaning of the Bitcoin price, the best buying point are 31st and then 13 of, let's say, 3 dates. That's when the people gonna put the Bitcoin to the altcoins, and that's why the Bitcoin will stuck in the flat, because you're not gonna see that movement, because they're not gonna sell it for USDT or USDC. They're gonna buy altcoins for the Bitcoin. And while the Bitcoin will stuck in the flat, everyone will start buying the altcoins when their price will go higher in the meaning of the Bitcoin. I hope you understanding me. Sorry, that's not my native language. I cannot express myself as I want. But when the Bitcoin will stuck in the flat, they're gonna put the Bitcoin in the altcoins, so it's gonna increase the price slightly, and that movement will be like that. So when they're gonna sell the Bitcoin and put the price of the USDT in the altcoins, which they are holding, which they were buying without putting the price higher, that's when the price flying. That's when you, oh my god, I'm gonna buy this, and then I'm gonna buy my Ferrari, oh my god. And that's when they're gonna sell you altcoins on every movement up. So please be prepared for that, because the others to BTC, that's something that you need to know. So what the Ethereum showing us? Buy here, sell here. Ethereum and the XRP will be the only asset which I'm going to discuss on the daily and the weekly time frame. Everything else we're going to discuss only on the 4-hour time frame. So in my opinion, that movement down could be flat, movement down flat. Then we have this flat impulse up until some kind of beginning of August. Then one more dump until 9, and then probably bigger movement up. Why? Because this guy will do that movement. But my friends, if we have this on the 4-hour time frame, the same thing showing us that the beginning of August, that's probably the end of the Ethereum. Why? Easy. Because the weekly time frame are showing us that this guy will turn around anytime soon. So I'm still leaving for the Ethereum probably 2 weeks. Let's say from 2 to 3 weeks. Movement higher. That could be 4,100. That could be 4,500. I do not believe in the new all-time high. I do not believe in that. But if they want to put the price lower, they need to put you in the state of FOMO. So If I do not believe, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen. So that's why I'm gonna put the line here, and I'm gonna put this zone here, because somewhere like 5,000. Because you know, the 5,000, that's gonna be something when people will react. Oh my God, Ethereum, $5,000. So I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna definitely short Ethereum from 4.9 thousand, 5,000, 510, 5,100, whatever. That's the zone. That's the selling zone for the Ethereum. That's my opinion. And that's gonna happen in the next 21 days. So next 21 days, end of Ethereum. And that's gonna be like here. From here, I'm expecting that we're gonna go lower. I posted this thing a few days ago, the end of Ethereum. That's it. Yes, I'm expecting that the price could be here. Yes, if I'm gonna go. What the fuck is that? Why it's showing me $4,000? Ah, because, okay, there is no chart here. That could be on the new all-time high. That could be. I do not believe in that, but that could be. Because they need to put you in the feeling like, oh my God, Ethereum going to the moon. 21 days, that's the top, in my opinion, when that line will turn around and we're gonna go to the huge correction. So anytime here, how can we guess the time? Either it's gonna happen at the beginning of August, when this line will be here. Either it's gonna happen here, or that's gonna happen in November. So 2 days, I'm telling you, either it's gonna happen, the end is gonna be here, or the end will be here. 2 ends for Ethereum. Either it's gonna happen in before the middle of August, or that's gonna happen before the middle of November. But I need to tell you one opinion, yeah? And the only one opinion in my thoughts, that until the middle of August, then we're going lower, then we're going back higher, staying in the flat, going higher, and from here we're going lower. So that's something like what I'm thinking could happen to the Ethereum. That's my opinion. Either it's gonna happen from that line, or that's gonna happen from time. That's why I'm trying to give more attention to the timing, not the price. I don't care about the price. If the date telling me, if the chart telling me, if the yellow line telling me sell, I'm selling. Who cares the price? And then the price going on the 20%, 25%, 30% lower. I'm good. I'm good with that trading system. So this is the weekly time frame. Ripple still has opportunity to do that kind of movement, yeah? But in my opinion, we're gonna have that moment until August. Then we're gonna have that moment. Then we're going lower. Why? Because here, when the weekly time frame will turn around, we're gonna have that moment on of the channel. So I think that the channel is gonna be squeezed, and we're gonna have one more impulse on the Ripple. So we have selling and one more selling. So the end of the Ripple will be probably at the end of the months. How we can get the most accurate prices? So the first thing, that top. The second thing, probably the second day, the end of the Ripple are gonna be here. But before that, we're definitely gonna have few more pumps and dumps, and we will try to catch them. That's my opinion, but not right now. I think that the Ripple will go way lower than it is right now. That's my opinion. I'm in a short for $3, from $3, so I didn't close it here. I'm still in the short for the Ripple. On the 4-hour time frame, what does it show me? That from here till here, either we are stocking in the flat or we are going up. So I'm gonna put that line, and that line. Here's the dates when you can buy the Ripple. That was the selling date, and the next selling date, let's discuss it after that. Solana, I'm gonna tell you the buying dates, but you always need to buy it when that line are turning around. Unfortunately, you don't have this line, so like just wait for the red candles on the chart. Either it's today, 3rd or 9th of August. The ton, let's skip that. We need to wait until we're gonna be at the bottom or we're gonna turn around. So 3rd and 10th. DOT, 2nd and 9. Atom. Atom, I think that's gonna be in September, something like here. Why? I'm gonna explain you why. Because I remember where's the daily time frame. But definitely you can buy right now. Definitely you can buy right now. Because I was buying here, I was buying here, so I'm expecting for the impulse up. But the dates are dates, and here it is. If you don't understand or if you do not see nothing on the TikTok or Instagram, just go visit link in bio and you will find YouTube video and you will find everything. In the next couple of days, we will put the time codes. The compound, buy here, buy here, buy here. As always, when we are closer to $39, definitely buy. I'm explaining this to people every time. But the 4-hour time frame showed me that we need to go to the correction. You see that? We need to go to correction, then impulse up. So it means that we can stuck in the flat, then impulse up. The optimism. Here's the dates. No daily, no weekly time frame for you. 3rd, 9. And then selling here. ZK Sync here, here, here. Waiting enough. The GLMR here, here. Waiting enough. Arbitrum here, here. And take a look. Almost every asset are in flat. Nothing happening, nothing changing. Almost every asset are in flat. So in my opinion, when the Bitcoin will do movement from 31st of July, sorry for the sound, I have homeless people in my apartment. They still humans, we need to support them. ADA. By the way, I said that in my opinion, the whole market, the most of the assets which gonna collapse and fuck you up, that's gonna be the USA made I need to find the office space for myself. I was thinking that the den will help me, but not. I think that all assets which are mostly promoted in the United States, they're gonna fuck you up as much as they can. And the biggest bubble right now, this is the real estate property and the everything that's including the AI system, everything that's our Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, like the tech sector. So that's my opinion. That's gonna be the biggest crash in the history for the last 25 years. In my opinion, that's gonna compare 2000, 2002 year and 2007, 2008. So that's gonna be the double, in my opinion, and that's gonna put all markets down, and it's gonna restart the system. The GALA, 3rd and 9. The STRK showing us 2nd and 8. Then few more dates. I'm gonna put them here for you. The Chia coin showing us like basically today and 11. The Rose coin showing us to these dates, and few more Dogecoin, sorry for that, showing us those dates. The PEPE showing us those dates, and the Trump coin showing us those days. So basically, to do small conclusion, depending on the dominance, depending on the Bitcoin volatility, depending on everything that we are seeing right now and we are expecting, we can say that if you was that kind of person who was hating me or whatever our system, and you skip the 4th, 13th, and 25th, right now you can just think about it. 3rd and 9 plus minus 1 day. let it be the biggest dump or let it be the flat. There is only two options. Either it's going to be flat or dump. If it's dump, buy. If it's flat, I'm going to buy. So that's my opinion. That's what I want to say to you. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me. Thank you for your support. 500 likes, that's more than enough for me. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to explain you. I'm trying to express me. I'm trying to show you how the system works. I hope that you will understand. I'm not the best trader. I'm not the best investor. I'm not the best ex-husband, future husband. I'm not the best man. I'm not the best anyone, except I'm the best Andrew with my last name. That's the only reason why I'm doing something. I want to improve myself. You can do the same, or you can do your way. You can text me and say like, you are wrong, I'm gonna do opposite, or you can, don't text me, don't say anything. That's your life, that's my life. If you wanna compare something, if you wanna argue something, that's gonna be my decision to start this conversation or not. There is a lot of people who's texting me, hey, I'm holding 40, 50, 1,000 Ethereum. Can you tell me when to sell? You want to do money without respect. If you want to get access to the algorithm, we dropped the link for that in our Telegram channel. You can find link in description. If you want to get access to the private VIP group, we drop the link in description or in bio of social media. You can find all this additional information there. I'm trying to find motivation for me to do two live streams per week. Probably we're gonna do that. But my friends, once again, I'm not feeling your support. I don't feel that you need that because I'm giving too much for you. I'm paying too much attention. I'm like, I'm like babysitting you. So that means July, this is the last live stream when I'm explaining to you something. The next live streams, we're gonna talk only about the date, my opinion where the price could be, and my opinion where the price wouldn't be. After that, you doing what you wanna do. You buying, you selling, you trading, you investing, you're doing opposite, who cares? I'm tired. Because while I'm doing that kind of content, I'm not growing. I want to be bigger. I want to be like 3,000 followers, 300,000 followers, etc., etc., etc. I want to grow myself. If you want to trade assets, cryptocurrency, futures, without KYC in United States or in other country, links on to best cryptocurrency exchange are in description. Go there, collect your bonuses, do whatever you want. But please remember, you should have a strategy and you should respect the risk management. That's the main goal for you. We can see the biggest profit. We can do the highest P&L profit screenshots. But until you're going to fix your profit, that's not your money. Until you're going to withdraw this money and put it on the table in the cash or in the wire, that's not your money. That's something, as Matthew McConaughey says, fugazi. Ooh. That's it. Thank you very much. Take care. Love, peace, profit. Don't forget to spoil your mamas or hater mamas. They are spoiled by me really good. Take care.